Good morning and welcome to Coffee with Alain. Saturday, going to talk about a couple books today. Chicken Soup for the Father's Soul and Charlie Brown's All-Stars. Those are a couple books on the list today. Hope everybody's doing well, staying safe if you're in the bad weather. It actually looks more like winter yesterday and today here in Missoula than it has just about all year. We finally did get a little bit of snow and so forth. We haven't had hardly anything in town, so we're getting a little bit, but I know there are some places getting a lot, so hope you're staying safe in there. I'm waking up like Sunny Hayes. That's my mug this morning. I was up early working on the newsletter. That'll go out tomorrow. Sign up at enjoylifesafely.com. I was working on a couple different articles for that on being exceptional, martial arts, and a safety article. Stuff to just help you enjoy life safely. And I enjoy reading, and I encourage you to read more and enjoy it. And it's not always reading about work or epics or deep type of reading. Sometimes you just want to have fun. Read something light. Read something that'll make you smile. Read something that'll make you cry. Just enjoy it. And one of the books I recently read was Charlie Brown's All-Stars. And this is an old book. It came out like in 1967, and it's color with the illustrations by Schulz and a nice little story. It's not necessarily the comic strip like a lot of his things are. This was actually a little story, illustrated story. And I really enjoyed it because it illustrated Charlie Brown's loyalty. And there's a really good theme of loyalty in this little story. So it was a quick, fun little read with an important message. So I enjoyed it. Good little book. The other thing that I recently finished, I've been reading, the chicken soup books that I had on the shelf, been reading them, some of them reading them again before I donated them off. This one I had never read, but I read it for the first time. Now I'm going to donate it off. Chicken Soup for the Father's Soul. Being a father myself, I could relate to a lot of the stories in here. And, Dixon asked any good dad jokes. He asked that here. And there is one here. My dad sent me a new bank card. He says if I get an A in chemistry, he'll send me the PIN number. So, yeah, there were a few funny little things about dads in here as well. And just some really touching stories, moving stories. If you're a parent, especially a father, you're going to resonate with some of these stories most likely. And so I enjoyed reading this. I enjoy these books. They're short little stories, so you can just read a few here and there as you want to. So that was a good little book, too. Those are the two I wanted to talk about today. The Charlie Brown and the chicken soup. Neither of them earth-shattering or deep or making you think. It's just fun. Make you smile, make you cry. And that's what we want to do once in a while with our reading. Doesn't always have to be the textbooks or the epic novel or the stuff related to work. I want to say good morning to Thad. Thank you for being here, Thad. I appreciate you joining us. Now, if you remember, last week I talked about Clarity in the Chaos, a good book on street smart guide on de-escalation, presence, and survival. I enjoyed this book. And just a preview, we're going to get DJ Norton on the show here in the near future. We're looking at getting him on next Friday. I'll have more later, but just giving you a preview that this was a good book. So now we're going to get the author on the show. He lives in London, so, we're coordinating time zones and so forth, but going to have DJ on the show. So you can look forward to that next Friday. With that, everyone go out, make it a spectacular Saturday. Stay safe if you're in the cold weather. Enjoy Pi Day, 3/14, and I'll be back to see you tomorrow.